Breaking news. If you haven't heard, Johnny Depp has won his lawsuit against Amber Heard. Amber Heard was found guilty of libel. Let's get into it, shall we? Yes. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your girl, Miss A Little Cole. I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this rainy Wednesday night. So, I found out about the news actually a couple of hours ago, but I had to, catch up on my sleep. But the verdict was announced today around about 3 p.m. and it reads, according to New York Post, verdict, Johnny Depp wins defamation case against Amber Heard. Fairfax, Virginia. Johnny Depp won his bombshell defamation lawsuit against Amber Heard on Wednesday, with a Virginia jury awarding him more than $10 million and finding that his ex-wife sullied his reputation and damaged his career with her claims of domestic abuse. The 7 Fairfax jurors ruled in Depp's favor on all 3 of his claims related to a Washington Post op-ed Heard wrote about becoming a public figure representing domestic abuse following the couple's split. The verdict, which coming after some 13 hours of deliberations, capped a 6-week trial filled with allegations of abuse on both sides, sensational claims, and gory details, including about a fight that ended with Depp losing part of his finger, and accusations Heard or her friends defecated in the couple's bed. As the panel's decision was read, Heard looked somber and gazed down, wearing a black dress and a gold necklace. The disappointment I feel today is beyond words, she said in a statement. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. Still, in what might come as cold comfort to the Aquaman star, the jury found that Heard was defamed by one of Depp's lawyers, who accused her of plotting an elaborate hoax. She was awarded $2 million in damages as part of her countersuit. Meanwhile, jurors awarded the Pirates of the Caribbean star $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages. But because Virginia law caps punitive damages at $350,000, Depp could stand to receive a total of $10.35 million if the damages aren't reduced on appeal. The actor, who was in the UK when the verdict came down, said in a statement, "The jury gave me my life back. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will help others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up," he said. Depp, 58, has sued Heard, 36, for $50 million over her 2018 essay in which she wrote about facing our culture's wrath for speaking out against a powerful man, a warning that seemingly became more prescient with the jury's decision. The article never mentioned him by name, but his lawyers argue that it defamed him nonetheless because it was a clear reference to Heard's allegations of abuse at the time of their 2016 divorce. Heard said the verdict will ultimately hurt other women. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated, she said. It sets back the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I'm sad I lost the case, but I am sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly. In weighing Heard's $100 million counterclaim against Depp, the jury considered 3 statements by the actor's lawyer, Adam Walsman, who called the allegations a hoax. They found that Walsman defamed her when he claimed that Heard and her pals spilled a little wine and roughed the place up, got their story straight when the police responded to a domestic dispute call at the couple's apartment in 2016. Heard filed a temporary restraining order against the actor following that May 2016 incident after less than 2 years of marriage, as she petitioned the Los Angeles court for a divorce. Depp then sued the Sun in the UK 2 years later over an article that calls him a wife beater, but lost that case in 2020 after the court found the claim to be substantially true. Over the course of the Virginia trial, the actor's lawyers went to lengths to prove that Depp, not Heard, was a victim of domestic abuse. Depp's team also called a slew of witnesses to discuss the reputational damage he suffered as a result of Heard's essay, including one who said the actor was canceled and no longer desirable to family-friendly companies like Disney. Early in his testimony, Depp had told the jury he brought the lawsuit against the actress for defamation to clear my name. My goal is the truth, he said on April 19th. One day you're Cinderella, and then in 0.6 seconds you're Quasimodo. I didn't deserve that, and neither did my children. Heard, meanwhile, recounted harrowing moments in which the widely beloved star allegedly attacked her, including one sexually assaulting her with a liquor bottle. Her team produced scores of photos of the actress's bruises and injuries from alleged fights with Depp, but he repeatedly denied the accusations, and his team claimed the bruises were fake, painted on, and digitally manipulated. Never did I myself reach the point of striking Miss Heard in any way, nor have I ever struck any woman in my life, he insisted. The trial was chock full of celebrity name drops, with an early witness including Tesla billionaire Elon Musk and actor James Franco. Neither man wound up testifying. Notably, the jury heard from two of Depp's famous exes, Ellen Barkin and Kate Moss. Barkin was called by Heard's team and testified that Depp was a jealous man who drank all the time and once hurled a wine bottle in her direction. Moss, meanwhile, testified on Depp's behalf via video from England, telling the jury he never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs. Still, the trial highlighted Depp's dark side, particularly in text messages he sent about Heard. Hopefully, that blank's rotten corpse is decomposing in the effing trunk of a Honda Civic, he wrote in 2016. In one foreboding text, Depp said Heard was begging for a total global humiliation, adding, she's going to get it. Each day of the trial, hordes of his fans packed the courtroom gallery, and the seats became so in demand, people lined up at 1 a.m. to get a chance to see Depp in the flesh. Devotees flew from around the world, telling the Post that they were spending tens of thousands of dollars to support the man they believed to be innocent. On the stand, Heard detailed vicious harassment by Depp fans, saying people were threatening to kill her and put her baby daughter in the microwave. Johnny promised me that if I ever left him, he'd make me think of him every single day that I live, she said while looking at the jury. Now in front of the cameras in this room, she said, every single day I had to relive this trauma. A source close to her said she planned to appeal the decision, though her attorneys have not made any public statements to the effect. What's next for Depp is unclear, but the verdict is widely seen as vindication for him, possibly paving a way for a return to the big screen. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome, Depp said in his statement. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really believe that. I believe that Johnny Depp has been vindicated. And I believe that Amber Heard did destroy his reputation when she gave that interview with the Washington Post. I believe it was a Washington Post back in 2018. Well, it was like a piece that she wrote. But I believe she wrote it for the Washington Post. Or she wrote it for Vanity Fair. But the reason why the trial was in Virginia is because it happened in Washington, D.C. And we all know D.C. is like that little circle in between Maryland and Virginia. So it was like in southern D.C. Now, let's be honest about something. Neither one of these people were innocent. What this was all about was defamation, which was who really lied on who really defamed the person the worst to where they lost a lot. And that was Johnny Depp. Because I remember, I didn't hear see Johnny Depp like in a lot of like works after 2017. Amber Heard, on the other hand, she got Aquaman. He lost Disney, Pirates of the Caribbean, number 6. Johnny Depp is a 3-time Oscar winner. Oscar nominee. But how he got to where he is was in 2002, Johnny Depp wasn't a superstar. He was basically one of those actors that was always celebrated, but he wasn't like a king at the box office, okay? But he never did family-friendly films. He always did edgy movie roles, okay? He turns 39, and he's casted in a family-friendly film for Disney called Pirates of the Caribbean. And when he played Jack Sparrow, and you see him on top of that boat, and he got his hands, I believe, one on the hip and one he's holding on to the top, that scene is very iconic because that's like he finally got the superstar status that many of his fans always wanted. Even if he didn't really want that, he got that mainstream attention. And it got him his first Oscar nomination. And he almost won, they said, but he lost to Sean Penn for the movie that dealt with molestation. Because I remember watching that Oscar ceremony. Then he got another nomination for Finding Neverland. Then he got another one for Sleepy Todd and the Demon Barber. That was creepy though. But this man became a box office sensation in the 2000s. And it's like he entered his 40s being a top actor. Then he was doing Charlie Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, he was really, really getting it, and he was doing great. He meets Amber Heard, leaves his longtime partner, Vanessa Paredes, and she stuck by him. He gets with Amber Heard, and everything starts to unravel. She was the Jezebel in this whole situation. And if you look at her past relationships, mainly with women, she was abusive to them. She pulled a knife out on one of her girlfriends. I mean, this woman was bonkers. He never did that, according to Vanessa and according to, the woman, Kate Moss. Now, I didn't even know he was dealing with Ellen Barkin. I had no idea. And, if he threw that bottle at her, which I wouldn't be surprised that he did that, that was wrong. That was foul. But the thing about this was that when it came to the abuse, let's keep it real. Both of these people were abusive to one another. But what makes it bad is that Amber lied on a lot of things, particularly when she was basically saying that when the divorce settlement, which he gave her $7 million, she was going to donate it to women organizations. She never did that. So that was a lie. Then the next year she writes this piece, which went against the settlement, which was you don't talk about what went on during the marriage, what went on during the relationship. She does it. So she broke the agreement and the stipulation. That's when he was like, okay, well, I'm going to sue. But once that piece hit, it's like more than just I'm suing. I'm losing everything because this woman is basically telling stuff that didn't happen, and it's causing me to be blacklisted in Hollywood. I went from an A-list actor to basically, you could say, not even D-list, to pretty much being almost a Z-list actor overnight. That's why he made that statement. I went from Cinderella to Quasimodo in 0.6 seconds. The world turned on me in terms of Hollywood. And this girl, she's making money. She's been on Aquaman 1 and 2. But what about me? And let's keep it real. If Amber Heard didn't really hook up with Johnny Depp, do you think Amber Heard would have really started getting those roles? Because her name really did get a buzz because she was with Johnny Depp. And I think she really was with him because of the social status for her career. Because she did not honor her husband. And I think that he realized it, and it frustrated him that, what did I get myself into? I could have stayed with Vanessa and made it work. But I'm with her thinking that, she's young, she's, vibrant. I get a new lease on life. I'm 50 already, and this chick is, treating me like trash, and I'm the A-list celebrity here. I'm the one with the money. What's the point in being in this relationship, let alone marriage, if you're going to abuse me like this? I could be with any other woman. There's so many women in the world who want to be with me. I don't need that. And that's how a lot of men think. Let's keep it real. But Amber also didn't provide the evidence of the beer bottle. She had the beer bottle, but it was like, okay, Amber, if this is what you really did, if this really what happened, how come you never reported it? If you got beat up like you did, how come there's photos, digital making it worse, but what really happened wasn't so bad. So it was really like, okay, did he hit you and didn't leave a mark, or did he hit you and leave marks? What is it? Because I believe to some degree he hit her. I believe it. I believe they were both being abusive. But here's the thing that I'm going to say. I find it very interesting that they did give her money, even though she lost and she was found, liable for defamation, which is libel. Basically because hers was basically written. That's what libel means. But they gave her $2 million in damages part of accounted to. And I believe they only gave that to her so she could pay her attorneys. That's what I believe that's about. Because she's got to pay those attorneys. For a 6-week civil trial, that's a lot of money going down the drain. She's not going to walk with that. Remember, she walked with $7 million. Okay? Which means, in theory, she got to pay that man all the money back that she won in that settlement when they divorced. And plus, she got to pay him even more. She got to pay him $10 million for sullying his reputation. And then she got to also pay him the $350K in punitive damages because they put the cap on it in Virginia. So she got to pay this man $10.35 million. So he's going to walk with more money than you did when you divorced him. Amber didn't play this smart. She didn't play this smart. She played this with her emotions. See, what you thought is that feminism was going to go in your favor. And it didn't. And this trial is setting a precedent because now all these women that think that they can basically abuse men and do them dirty and then try to sue them, win over them in the name of feminism. People are sick and tired of it because they've seen that you got a lot of evil women that use feminism to do dirt to men and get away with it under that guise. Okay? That's why they really awarded Johnny Depp that. It wasn't just that they was fans of his work, but it's like, look at what you did. You basically also affected his daughter because they said that his daughter was basically being hounded by people online. What did Lily Rose Depp do? Lily Rose Depp, she's trying to come up in the industry and everything. I think the brother, Johnny Depp's younger son, I think he's more quiet in the background. But that could affect his daughter's career because of what this woman did. So I'm going to leave on this note, and this is what I'm going to say. I grew up watching Johnny Depp on 21 Jump Street. I remember when he left in season 5 because he was like, listen, I got to go. I'm making Crybaby, Edward Scissorhands, and this is a conflict of schedules. And I remember when he left that show after season 5, it left Fox. And the ones who were trying to hold it down was Stephen L. Williams, Holly Robinson, and the other two, and then the other 2 people that was on there, and then another person from the original cast left as well. And Johnny Depp went on to really, do movies. The only thing that a lot of people had issue with Johnny Depp is what happened with River Phoenix. That's the only thing that a lot of people have always had an issue with. But outside of that, Johnny Depp has always been respected as an actor and especially as a musician because that's what he went out to Hollywood to do, was to do his music. But he's a very talented actor, musician, and, hopefully one day he wins that Oscar. But if he doesn't, hey, you know what? It wouldn't be the worst thing. Look, we saw what happened a couple of months ago. I ain't going to say the name. But I think it's time that people start not just rushing straight to believe in what someone says. Do your research. And let's not believe a person just solely based on gender. And that goes both for men and women. I want to make that clear. And another thing too is, as people, I know we're fans of everyone. We're fans of celebrities and things like that. But it doesn't really make sense to spend tens of thousands of dollars to camp outside of a courtroom to watch your favorite celebrity and support them while there's a trial going on. I know they did that for Michael Jackson, and I understood the message behind it because his was criminal. Johnny Depp was civil. But we all have to understand these are human beings at the end of the day. And we can support them, but let's not act like they are, superhuman, if you know what I mean, in guys. Because would you do that for your own family? That's what you should do. And most of the times, people wouldn't do that. And I find it very interesting that Amber didn't have any fans camping outside. So, in the long run, I don't think it was even worth it to really do what she did. She should just kept her mouth shut, took the $7 million, and just walked into her career and tried to be a superstar. And with that being said, I'm signing off. Thank you, and take care, and have a wonderful night. Oh, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and comment, and I'll talk to you soon.